it's a big deal in the fans and the crowd and everything. Does it feel any different on the field in a rivalry game like an Iron Bowl?
Well, we treat every game the same. So I mean, like, we going out there just playing just like Saturday, no matter who it is. But really, just go out there, just execute the things that your coaches call.
Is there more aggression, is there like anger on the field? Like, it's your rival, it's Auburn. You hear about that all the time.
Yeah, most definitely, it's more aggression. It's more physical too. Just knowing that like it's a rivalry and it's one of the biggest rivalries it is.
How do you kind of control that though a little bit? I mean, we were just talking about Landon. Emotions can get the best of players, and I mean, you got penalized early this year when emotions got a little bit high. How do you kind of balance that, knowing the situation and knowing the game could be emotional?
You just gotta control your emotions. Just know that it's gonna be people that's gonna try to get under your skin. You just gotta be ready for it.
After the game, Nick Saban talked about, you might not be the biggest guy, but you play like a bigger guy. Is that part of your game you think under-noticed or underappreciated?
I just feel like that's just something that's always been with me, just me growing up, just always playing with the older people. So I feel like that just came naturally. And I do try to play physical. I mean, nobody wants to go out there and get bullied around. And I know that's what a lot of teams probably try to say about me. I'm not the biggest, so they're going to try to bully me. But me, I'm not going for it.
Has there ever been a time when maybe a bigger defensive back looked at you and was like, wow, this guy actually took me by surprise?
Nah, not that I really know of.
How have y'all adjusted to Mac at quarterback? You started 2 games with him, but how did the receiving corps come around to adjusting to him?
Really, there's no change for real. Coaches just call what they call. We just execute it. And Mac knows this offense real well. So we just follow him. Whatever he gives us, we just go with it.
What about him, personality, mindset-wise, gives you a confidence that he's going to handle this environment first time he started on the road?
Just that Mac, he understands what kind of game it is. He understands the things that go on. So just knowing that he knows the offense and he's very confident just keeps us confident.
What have you seen from Auburn's secondary? I know you maybe haven't watched film yet, but just whether it's watching games on TV or whatever, what have you seen from what they do?
They're real long and they're physical at the line. So just working more releases and just being more physical at the line with them.
Does that take better technique, or what does that take to kind of be a little bit more physical?
The will to do it, just wanting to do it.
And you and Ryan obviously you really have no reason to notice defensive tackles. But if you watch the Auburn's games, does number 5 stand out?
Well, when you watch film, you notice all that. So yeah, we've seen them and we've talked about them, but I'm pretty sure our coach will have a game plan to prepare us for that.
But he stands out.
Yeah.
He couldn't bull you around, even though.
I wouldn't try to let him get his hands on me.
You're obviously, from Louisiana. LSU game is a big game for you personally. But what have you learned about this rivalry, especially for in-state players, or what does it mean to you?
It means a lot just knowing that it's a rivalry, and it means a lot to everybody in Alabama. And the same way that I feel about playing against LSU, I'm pretty sure the guys that's from around here and from Alabama feels about this game.
What do you remember about your last trip there? I know you probably didn't play as much, but what do you remember from that atmosphere and stuff?
What I remember most is how physical they were. Just same thing, DBs physical at the line, and just that's really all I remember was how physical of a team they were.
What do y'all think of? Y'all are used to kind of controlling your own destiny at this point in the season. You win, you're in, all that playoff. Is it a weird position to be in that you may have to root for some other team?
You just gotta control what you can control. We have no control over it. The only thing we have control over is going out here and just winning and trying to make a statement.
So does it not get talked about around here?
Nah, we don't discuss that at all.
Did you see the Oregon game the other night?
No, I ain't watching.
You mentioned making a statement. Do y'all feel like as an offense y'all have to do more than maybe you do normally, or produce a little bit more this game and maybe make it a bigger scoring situation?
Not more just as an offense, but as a team, no matter who it was, we try to make that statement every game. So just as a team, just going out there and just doing more.
You're probably biased, but you had the better touchdown run Saturday, you or Jalen?
I say Jalen. He was moving a lot faster than me.
What did you see on that first touchdown of yours this week from Mac? You seemed like you were surrounded by guys and got out of it.
I just knew I had a chance just to try to split the guys, and that's just what I did.
You lead the nation in yards after catch. What do you think goes into that? What makes you so successful at that?
I really don't know. Just me just trying to make the most of my opportunities.
You mentioned Jalen went fast to you. So what was for your touchdown compared to his touchdown? What was the mile per hour?
I don't know.
Oh, you
I
didn't
haven't
go over
looked
that?
at
Okay,
it.
you said it was faster, so I thought maybe they said it.
I feel like I was moving fast, but I feel like he was moving real fast.
Did they tell you who was faster?
He'll probably say it was him.
Do a couple more.
Appreciate it. Thank you very much.